Hi Aquarius, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Aquarius is your bi-weekly general reading for the dates between October the 25th and November the 11th. I'm going to draw 6 cards initially. The first 3 are going to relate to the time in October, and the second 3 are going to relate to the first week of November. Okay, I have already shuffled the cards and I've already meditated, etc. But I'll just give them another shuffle just while we're on the screen, my darlings. Just a quick shout out actually to you guys. You've been, Aquarians. I don't find them. I just don't know where they are online. So you did good for me, Aquarius, last few videos. So I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So they're ready. Let's get started. Okay. My ex was an Aquarius. Well, he still is an Aquarius. Is an Aquarius, and I'm a Capricorn. So that's not generally, well, we're not together anymore. But it's not generally a good mix. I don't think, is it? But we were together for 6 years? Anyway, so let's have a go. Look, darling. So we've got the first 3. These 3 cards are for the month of October. Okay, so this last week in October. And the first card we've got is the Strength card. Then we've got the 7 of Pentacles. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, the Strength card is one of those cards which is like, not the definition of irony necessarily, but not the actual definition of irony. But, for me, it's like, it's a bit misleading. For people, because people think that the Strength card means that you're strong. You are strong. Obviously, you are strong, Aquarius. But actually, what it shows is the effort that you've already been expending up until this point. It shows that right now you're probably absolutely exhausted. So when I see the Strength card, I know that you've been going through a challenging time, on one that has demanded you to be strong and to show your strength. I say to people, I say on my videos, the only way to know that you are strong is for the universe to show you where you are weak, how weak you are, because it's only really from overcoming those weaknesses, it's only really from overcoming those really challenging times, the challenges of the 7s, which is the Chariot card. Look at the information below about that, my darlings. It's only through going through those experiences of unbalance, of uncertainty, which you have clearly been going through, that we get to this card, that we see our strength. Okay, so it always makes me feel like when I see this Strength card, I think, oh, bless you, darlings, because it must have been a hard one for you. You must have been going through something quite challenging, something that showed you your weakness, and that could be for each of you, that's going to be something different. My weaknesses, my personal weaknesses, will differ from yours and everybody. Does that make sense? So everyone's going to have a different thing. You might have been challenged in a relationship. You might have been challenged financially. You might have been challenged because of the family, because of friends. Whatever the situation is, it's weakened you or it's made you feel weak, and there's no shame in that. That's a positive thing, because you're still standing. Yeah. You're still standing, aren't you? So even though the world has thrown, or the people have thrown all this at you, Aquarius, this year or this last few months, whatever, you're still standing. Hopefully you're still smiling, yeah? So that's why we get the Strength card. So keep standing up, keep getting up, okay? The next card we get is the 7 of, I was going to say wands then, Pentacles. And I did a video about the number. I did a video about the number 7s, about talking about the meaning of the number 7s and about the meaning of the different cards. So check that out. It's on my channel now, so you can watch it as well. And this energy is, Pentacles is related to the earth signs, actually, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. And actually the Pentacle energy, the symbol of it, is representative of the things that we put our energy into the world to manifest. So we put our energy into our work, we put our energy into building relationships with other people, wherever we put our actions, okay, our studies, etc. And the 7 is, I talked about the unbalance of the 7 and finding that balance. And it's situations that arise for us really with the number 7s ultimately that really make us question and see our motivations, see why we're putting our energy into certain things. Some of you could be in this country, in England. I don't know if it sounds it's actually quite a disturbing image, this. I'm going to say it though. It's a metaphor or an idiom, really. It's definitely an idiom. It's an idiom that we use. And we say flogging a dead horse. That sounds awful, but it's an idiom. So no one's actually flogging anything. But hitting something that's already... Anyway, basically putting your energy into something that you're not feeling better about. So you're trying to work on this relationship, you're putting everything into it, you're saying, do you know what, I'm going to go on dates, we're going to get our date nights on, we're going to, I'm going to put all this effort in, and you're putting all this effort in and still not feeling like any better. And that's because you've got to question the motivations behind where you're putting your energies, why you're putting your energies in that place. Is it because of ego? Is it because you don't want to let people down? Whatever it is, if the answer isn't because it makes me feel good, then you need to stop doing it. The reason you do things should be because really, ultimately, it's something that is going to serve you and make you happy. And making you happy isn't like doing what you want every day. It is, but it's not really. We wouldn't be... I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm doing it. Anyway, it's the energy of putting effort into something that isn't serving you. You're putting all this work into something and you're not feeling any better. And you've got to really think about what your motives are, Aquarius, okay? This is what the question of the number 7 of Pentacles is asking you. And for some of you, it could be work. It could be that you're doing this job. You've been putting all this energy into doing this job, and still you try hard, you get up, you work hard, you do all the things that you're meant to do, and still you hate it, you're not happy, you're miserable, you're not getting anywhere with the job, or you're not getting anywhere with it. That's the situation for some of you. It could be obviously linked to this situation. So whatever's been making you feel weak up until this point, this is the futility. This is what you're feeling at the moment. You're feeling futile, you're feeling tired, you're feeling exhausted, and you're feeling like you're not getting anywhere. Now, then we get the 3 of Pentacles. It's interesting. It could be for work for some of you, finances, work and finances, or relationships, whatever. But we get the 3 of Pentacles. So this is suggesting that there's people there that are around you that can support you. You might be feeling weak. You not really be seeing the situation clearly for how it is. Might not be... It wants to come out. You might not be seeing a situation clearly for how the situation is, or you might just be so exhausted that you don't realize that there's people here to help you. We've got this card of the 3 of Pentacles, and this is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's very unassuming, isn't it, my darlings? But the number 3 is a master number related to whatever you think the divine is, in a nutshell. Your inspiration also could be, you can think that is divine. It is, I think. Anyway, and this is saying that there's things out there, there's people out there, the universe is out there to help you, shining a light on something for you that you need to realize. It's like you need to see that there's people that want to work with you, there's people that can help you, there's people that can assist you, there's people that want to help you overcome things. Tiny, give up, dog. Don't even ask me what he was licking then. Then we've got the next card here. So we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So it's interesting, Aquarius. It's like some of you are trying to make... Oh, bless. Okay. It's like some of you are trying to get out of something. You're trying to stop something or get out of something. And excuse me, and you don't really know how to do it. You don't really know how to stop something or how to end something. And this is maybe why you're feeling like this. The Seven of Pentacles is here. And the Strength card, you know, this is maybe why they're there, because actually the thing that you're trying to do is you're trying to stop something. You're trying to end something. And that could be anything. I mean, as I said, it's going to affect you all in different ways. It could be a way of thinking. You want to stop a way of thinking. This is about, I didn't even talk about this card, sorry. The Two of Pentacles. So this is about the practical things, putting that energy and effort into understanding something, or into trying to make a decision, weighing things up. You might write a list. This is the pros, these are the cons. For example, that's what I mean about the practical thing. It might be talking to somebody. It might be trying to see a situation from all angles, for example. But it's something that can make you feel unsteady, uncertain with the Two of Pentacles, because it's practical, because you're making or trying to make a decision that potentially is going to not just affect you, it's going to affect other people as well. It is definitely going to affect other people, actually, with the Three of Pentacles. So it's interesting. You seem to be, Tiny might bark in a minute because there's people outside. It's interesting because you seem to be wanting to get rid of something, though, wanting to end something. And it is to do with other people. And the thing that you want to end or get rid of or stop is actually affecting you, your self-esteem, your strength, your ability to feel strong, and also potentially has an impact on other people as well. So it's very interesting. I feel like this one wants to come out next as well. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. I've had this card out with another reading, and this card, I talk about it being, it's the slowest moving energy in the deck. It's related to how funny that we've got so many pentacles after I said at the beginning that I used to date. Anyway, I'm a Capricorn, and this pentacles are related to the earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. And I speak about this card being, it's a healing card, you know. It's you going through healing. It's you taking steps. It's you doing the practical things to taking the practical steps to move through a situation, a karmically difficult situation, or a practically difficult situation. It's you taking those steps to move through it. And I feel like that it is exhausting when we do that. It's exhausting when we have to uncover things, when we have to turn our lives over, we have to have these conversations, we have to think things through. It's exhausting. It's really exhausting. But it's worth it with the Knight of Pentacles, because, you know, think about the elements of, think about the signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You know, Capricorn, you know, the mountain, climbing that mountain and taking it a step at a time, navigating the challenges, determined to get to the top. Virgo, detail oriented, looking at the details and measuring, being exacting, you know, being practical. And then Taurus, you know, the worker, you know, just head down, bum up, for going, taking the steps. That's what you've been doing. And you've been doing that, Aquarius. I have a similar message actually to the relationship reading, to the love reading that I posted last week actually for you guys. That similar message of, you know, realizing something, you know, working hard to get through something, and you've done it and you've got there. And it's been a long process and a slow process, okay, for you. And maybe that's why you feel weakened. Maybe that's why you feel like it's futile, but it isn't futile. We're getting a change here, and the change is coming through. I could feel that this card was significant. This is into November, the first week of November, and we've got the Six of Pentacles, a card of reciprocity, a card of balance, a card of evenness, a card of harmony. This is saying, if whatever you've been putting in, the effort, the energy that you've been expending, that you've been using to try to achieve, to try to overcome, to try to feel better, that is now being rewarded. And by that means that the strain of it, the difficulties of it, the treacherous effort that you've been in, that you've been expending, I should say, is going to now start to reap rewards for you. It's going to now, you're going to start to see the benefits. You're going to start getting those lucky breaks, if you will, you know, in a practical sense though. It could be that, you know, someone offered you a different type of work, or you know, something that is easier for your childcare, for example. You know, you've been working really hard trying to balance everything, and then, you know, your employer says, okay, let's shift your hours a little bit, then you can have more time, you can go pick your kid up, whatever, flexi time, I don't know, everyone's different in life, but you know what I'm saying. It's like the energy you've been putting into trying to overcome things, you'll start seeing now practically that the universe starts giving you things back that help to take the pressure off whatever this situation has been. And that can come up in any way. It could be you meet a new friend, for example, you bump into somebody that really helps you to, you know, fix something, or, you know, they know a plumber that could help you, or whatever it is, but it'll be practical, and it's going to be something that's going to be helping you, and it's going to feel like a benefit to you. And, you know, I do, as I said, they get this idea of a new start with the Fool card. We've got this energy of the Four of Pentacles. Whenever I see this card, this is what's been. It's not necessarily, it came out with the Fool card, so clearly it could be meaning one or two things. You know, there's a new start on the horizon for you now, and you've really got to see that. And it's quite a similar message to the love reading in that respect. So this could be relationships, but it's not just relationships. The amount of pentacle energy does suggest that it could be for some of you as well related to your financial karma, or your work situation, work and career situation, and finances. So it's linked to, it could be linked to either of those. But anything, you can apply it. It's practical things though, so things will literally be changing in your life. You know, you're not going to be in the same situation now that you were in January. You might be in a different job. You might be in a different city. You might be in a different relationship. You might not be in a relationship, or you might be in a new relationship. Whatever it is for you, things are different for you. You should be able to see the differences in your life, and even if you don't really understand or know that, it's because for some of you of these realizations that you've been coming into, these truths that you've been allowing yourself to see about yourself, about your actions, about what you've done, and about what you can do differently, and about how you can live differently. That's the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, that uncovering of that, okay? So it's as if a new start is on the horizon for you, and some of you might be reluctant to take that start with the Four of Pentacles. As I said, it could be related to work. There's a lot of money here, isn't there? A lot of pentacles here. Everything's pentacle apart from two of the cards, literally. So it could be, money could be a concern for you right now, and it might be that you don't want to start, you're sort of reluctant to move into a new direction, have a new start, into a new relationship, job, whatever it is, and you're reluctant. And the reason you're reluctant is because right now in October, you're feeling like in need of strength, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling like the universe has, pardon my French, kicked your ass, man, and you're like, wow, man, I need a rest, man. I can't keep going, man. I need a chill. And for some of you, you might just kind of want to sit on that. But once you build your energy up, this is what is coming for you. I mean, when we get the Fool card, this is the beginning. You know, this is the alpha, baby, the omega, baby. What film's that out of? Anyway, this is what this is. This is the beginning. This is the start of really you implementing all the things that you've learned about yourself, being different, and making no apologies for being different, recognizing that it's important that you accept the things that you did wrong, that they weren't wrong, it's part of your karma, that's what leads you to enlightenment, to healing, to knowing. And, you know, for some of you, as I said, you might be reluctant, but this new start's coming. And I think I gave you a round of applause in your love reading, I remember now. You know, the new beginning is here, darling. It's arrived. Let's have a look at this. Look, this is what you need to turn your back on. This is what you need to see. I think that maybe for some of you, the thing that why you might be holding on from having this new start, this new beginning, is because of this, the emotional baggage. The emotional baggage, which really, I thought we'd been through that, babe, already. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's, do you know what it is? Maybe this is why some of you are reluctant to have a new start, or to take that leap. Because in having to take a risk, in having to strike out, in having to do something differently, that process in itself makes you acknowledge or see the emotional baggage that you've been carrying around. the emotional baggage that you need to release and leave behind. Maybe knowing, okay, things have to change now, I'm ready to move on, but you're stuck. You don't want to accept the job, you don't want to go to that city, you don't want to, and you don't understand why. And maybe it's because you realise, really my self-esteem has been so low, and I really have to release that now. I really have to release those negative emotions about myself, those negative thoughts about myself. Do you know what? I uploaded a video already on my channel this week about mantras, about the benefits of using mantras and applying them in your life, and how they can help you to think differently and to feel differently. And I urge you to check that out, Aquarius, because whenever we see any fives, all the fives are about change. They're about changes that we must go through, and actually, they're more specifically about circumstances that arise with the number fives and the number sevens, actually, but circumstances which arise that force us to address and assess the changes that are necessary. And I think that the thing that's arising for you, the circumstance which is arising for you, I think it's this new start. I think it's this starting out again, starting a clean slate, going into this new relationship, or being single by yourself, or going off and doing this new business, or going off to this new employer. Whatever it is, it's a situation that makes you, it's a situation, this new beginning, that makes you realise there is still things that you need to let go of. There is still things that you carry around with you, things that you don't need to carry around with you. Guilt, probably. Sadness, definitely. Hurt, yes. But there comes a point where you have to recognise that it's not necessary to keep hauling all that stuff around with you. And I really feel like that if you're not there right now, by in November, you're going to be at this point where you're going to start to realise that. And, we all do stupid things. Every single person on this planet has done something stupid. Everyone. We all do. That's life. We all do things that we feel guilty about. We all do things that we feel, that we regret, or that we feel sad about, or whatever. But there comes a point where you have to realise, I'm still holding on to this. And I accept what I did, I accept what happened, now it's time for me to move forward. And I think that can be a difficult pill to swallow, but we cannot avoid it, and we should not avoid it when we've got a number five. A number five is an experience, so you'll go through that emotionally. You'll feel that. But believe me, it's the best thing for you to feel that, to have that experience and to feel that is the best thing for you. Okay, so I'm gonna. I really think that it's time for this beginning for you. I'm gonna take your thumbnail now. I really feel like it's time for this beginning for you, Aquarius. It's time for you now to start to recognize that you can have a new beginning, and in order to have the new beginning, you need to let some stuff go. Even though you've done all this work, there's still stuff that you need to let go of, okay? You need to release, and then you can go unencumbered on into your future, my darlings, okay? So check out that the mantra video, a guide to practical self-healing. A practical guide to self-healing, and so check that video out, and I've also done a video about the number sevens. Check that out as well. You love reading Aquarius for the month of October till the 31st is still available to view, so check that out as well. Those of you that don't already, please subscribe, please like, please comment. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Key Wisdom Tarot, and if you would like a personal reading, it's it's Key Wisdom Tarot at gmail.com. Okay, my darlings, Aquarius, you've just got to keep going. You're nearly there. You are so close, okay, to overcoming this. You just need to keep standing and to keep putting one foot in front of the other, okay? Things are getting better, okay? All right, my darlings, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I will see you all next week with your November love reading. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Bye.